Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 39th episode of the Nifty Cauldron. I'm one of your hosts. It's me, Milan. I forgot my name there for a second, not gonna lie.
Wow,
And
local man forgets names.
Joined by my lovely co-host, as always.
Kelly, not forgetting my own name, Phoggies.
How are you this week, Kelly? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Unfortunately, today started off kind of bad because I decided I was called to my parents' house to do something, and I was like, okay, sounds good. So then I stopped and got a bagel at my local bagel store, and I like my bagel with cream cheese and lox, which if you don't know, that means that it's typically going to have like that salmon on top, girl, and then like a little bit of like capers and like some sliced tomato. And I was eating it, and I ate one side, and I moved on to the next side, and my like hand slipped or something, like the balance was not in my favor. The bagel had the high ground, and my bagel fell out of the tray and landed like fucking just face first down on my shoe. So the salmon flew off immediately and hit the ground. So the tomato, and then the cream cheese just went all over my fucking left shoe. And it made me really fucking upset.
Absence of God.
Yeah, literally. Okay, whenever something misfortunate happens to me, I immediately say absence of God. And I usually text it to Milan specifically.
Yes,
like I will tell him about the
always.
misfortunate thing that happens, and then I will always say absence of God.
Yes, this is true.
The fact that there could be a higher being and they would punish me and not let me have my bagel, absence of God. So
I mean,
there you go.
if true, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it kind of tracks for this week. I think kind of. I almost said bittersweet, but that is not the right word.
I'm like, why was this week bittersweet? Hello, but also
no.
when I got home. Oh, like when I got home, like my dog knew that I spilled the bagel on my shoe, and he was like, "Oh shit."
Free food, free real estate.
Big sniff. Big sniff. He was like,
yeah.
blah, blah.
No, like not bittersweet. Just kind of, I guess, bitter because this week has kind of been rough, right? Like little small things, unfortunate misfortune things happening here and there. So it feels like a fitting ending with the bagel.
For me, yeah. For me, I'm hoping that the bagel was like the chef kiss to end my curse. But why don't you go into why you feel it's been fucking bitter, huh? Eh?
I mean, I've been getting blue screen left and right, editing, rendering videos lately. My PC is like, it's somehow holding on, but it's not doing too hot. But what else happened? Like I was just anxious the entire weekend, or I guess yesterday, because not so much today, as was noticeable on stream with like my default heart rate of like 120, just chilling at 120, dude.
It actually went down when we went to go play some spooky VR games, Lamau.
Yeah, because I got to hang out with my best friend, so that calmed me down a little bit.
Wow, who's that?
Eat you, bitch.
I know.
But yeah, so I guess how do I phrase this where it doesn't come off in a fucked up way? Like some of them was rough for me. So for people that missed it, first of all, shame on you. But no, like thank you everybody who showed up. It was great support. Loved it. Had a great time. But the last
everybody didn't show up. Fuck you. Just kidding.
But really, fuck you. No, but really. But no, but really.
But no, but really.
But if you didn't show up, the least you can do is like go down and like leave us a like and subscribe. You know.
Yeah.
But no, like I think I was fine. It lasted for 25 hours and some change, I think. Like 25 something. Yeah. At the end all. I got really worried because we hit 24 hours like an hour in. Like, oh, fuck, this is an indication I genuinely am going to be streaming for a couple days. But the support was very overwhelming. It was great. Just the last couple of hours, I kind of felt really off, like mentally. Like I I don't socialize for too long. And usually after a couple of hours, or I just need a day for myself type of situation. So I think once we hit like hour 16, hour 18, like beyond that, I was really feeling it, and I really just wanted to stop. Not because I was tired, because I could have kept going even beyond the 25 hours. But I just wasn't quite really checked in mentally. I just wanted to be like out, and that's not anyone's fault or anything like that. For the people who were there for like the social games and the community stuff, that was a lot of fun. It was just like too much energy for me to like keep up with after streaming for like 16 plus hours at that point.
Mm-hmm. I feel. I mean, that's about when I hit my law, was the 17-hour mark.
Yeah, but like I said, like for me, it wasn't like tiredness, and then because it lasted 25 hours, and because I started later, right? Like by the time I got out of bed, it was like already Wednesday, so like time to stream again, and then and then Thursday was D&D, which was damage control for my character, which everybody hates.
Mm-hmm. No one likes you.
Yeah.
In game.
In game, yeah.
IRL, you're great, but in game.
Yeah, so far it's kind of rough. And then Friday's like my only day off, and then that's like recovering from D&D / working on podcast stuff, which involves like blue screening 80 billion times while rendering and hoping that goes right.
Mm-hmm.
And then just yesterday just being anxious and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully the bagel is the end of it. New week starts tomorrow. Hopefully that was a little bit better.
I don't think so, because my boss is coming back from vacation, so
maybe he doesn't make it back. If you know what I mean.
Just kidding. No, but no, work's gonna pick up for me again, because last week my boss was at a virtual event. I had to do a lot of damage control stuff at the beginning of the week, but then towards the end of the week it got lighter, and I was able to catch up on some stuff, and so that was really great. But now they will be back, so they'll be back starting on Monday. They have Friday off to make up for the weekend that they worked, so maybe I'll have slight reprieve on Friday, but most likely not, because that's just how my job is.
Yeah, unfortunately. Because I mean, I know you had an easy week, because that it allowed you to be there for most of the subathon. It allowed us to finish Phoggies Wednesday as well. So kind of a blessing in disguise, but I know your job goes too hard on you.
Yep, mega hard. It's big sad times, but that's fine. Yeah. Other than the so like during the subathon, we played some dope games. We played a lot of code names. We played Phoggies. Played a lot of code names, but we also played at Phoggies, which was fucking amazing. If you were here last time when Milan and I were talking about It Takes Two, which was like another co-op game. Pretty much whenever I have a co-op game, I either play it with Milan or Chris, because they're a lot of fun to play with. And but Phoggies is specifically kind of like a puzzle game, which is right up Milan and I's alley, I'd say. And it's so cute. You're basically this dog. It was like cat dog. So
But
if you remember the
dog.
old, yes, if you remember the old series Cat Dog, just think of Dog. And it is a dog attached to another dog, and then you share like innards, I guess.
That's the best way to put it, yeah, because one of the mechanics, I guess slight spoilers, or maybe we'll go into spoilers if we want to talk about the ending of the game, that one section that we didn't like. But if you care about spoilers about this children's game, I guess skip ahead a couple minutes. One of the mechanics is like there's like water flowing, and one of you has to like bite the hose, and then the water sprays out of the other dog's mouth type of situation.
Mm-hmm. So you like water plants and stuff that way. And then there was another part where it was that, but using lights. Like you bit into the moon, and then the moon would make like a light source out of the other dog. And that was probably my favorite level, was the moon level.
Yeah, it was very chill.
It's a good time. That was my favorite level. What was your favorite level?
just that world, the sleepy world was. I really like the aesthetics of it. The boss sucked. It was a very boring boss, but I liked the mechanics. And then
super boring boss.
Food was my least favorite level. Looking back on it,
good thing we started with that first then.
Yeah, because like those little chompers, those munchers, that was not fun. Looking back, that was the weakest mechanic.
I loved the light mechanic. And the first world was.
So we had the toy room, the magician place.
Oh yeah, the magician. So yeah, that one I felt was pretty sleepers too.
I like that one a lot for like the mechanics, and that's also when we learned that you and I cannot make basic shapes.
Oh, we can. Oh my god, that was the hardest thing ever. We literally just had to wait until like it was line,
and then we still sometimes fucked up.
Yeah, the freezing in that level was pretty cool. How you would like
the freezing and like
move from...
and going big and small, like that was neat.
Yeah, that was neat. But it did remind me of, a lot of It Takes Two with the becoming bigger and smaller, because that was the whole ending part of It Takes Two, was becoming bigger and smaller.
Let's be clear, It Takes Two is a lot better of a game. If you have to pick one of the two, because I think Phoggies is $20, right? And you need 2 copies, and It Takes Two, you'll need 1 copy, which is $40. So if you're debating for your next co-op game, It Takes Two, easy choice.
Yeah. Easy clap. Also, the Book of Love. We love to see it.
Yeah, and I guess Phoggies took us like 8 hours to beat on stream. So if you're like doing it off stream, you can probably do it in like 7, quite easily.
Yeah, for sure.
And It Takes Two took a little bit longer than that. I think like closer to 20 hours.
It was closer to 12. It was 12.
Oh,
because it was like 4 to 5 hour gaming sessions.
That's fair. Yeah. But yeah, a lot more content, a lot better content, more interesting. But Phoggies, like I said, it's a children's game. At the end of the day,
It Takes Two had that one level that we like fucking hated though. Which one was that? The greenhouse?
Oh yeah, that was a stupid level.
That entire world sucked, but the rest of it great.
Yeah, I think also you specifically hated flying the plane. Reverse controls, unga bunga. How does brain do things in reverse?
My brain can't do it. My brain cannot do anything in reverse. Like it was the same thing. The garden level is the one where you were in the fucking the spider, and the spider would go to another part and and then you would have to reverse the controls again.
Yeah.
And then nope, that whole level, the whole fucking garden level was just a goddamn nightmare for me with my fucking one brain cell that cannot think in reverse.
I know. It became clear as day during Christmas, during the Ippenop section.
Oh, you had to do everything. You had to do all the things that had to do with going upside down.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
So that's it. Yeah. So for me, I've never had a problem with that when it came to video games. Like, I think it's not a case anymore, but back in the day, especially shooters and stuff, some of them would have inverted controls. That never bothered me. Like, I can play both inverted and normal, and I don't even notice which one it is. Like, I just naturally do whichever one the game decides on. Like, I have no issue. I don't need to think about it. I've never had that problem.
I can't. My brain has to be like, white woman does math.
Yeah. Although I think it's from a Spanish TV novela, right? That meme.
Yes, I think it is. Yeah. So technically, she's Spanish.
But yeah, no. Like other than that, very cute game. Don't know if I would recommend it because of the price tag. Right, like $40, $20 each, which I think is a little bit steep for like 7-8 hours of content. But for stream, playing with you, it was great.
Yeah, but also keep in mind that you can couch co-op it. So if you just want to spend $20 and maybe play with like your friend at your house, or like a friend, or like it's also the learning curve is pretty normal, pretty low, I'd say. Though there was a couple times where you and I were like, we can't figure this out, but it's fine. We have the Omega Boof.
Yeah, there's one puzzle that I still don't know how to do. But we skipped half the level by abusing the booth, which gave you like float and small jump. So we would just bark over over gaps. Yeah. But no, like for couch co-op, $20 is fine. Or if you want to play it with like a young child,
a young
right?
child, that's where you're super good for like a young kid.
That's perfect. But otherwise, I would not recommend if you're like a serious gamer, type of situation. But
yeah, if you're like fucking, if you got like a CS:GO team or you're like fucking pro league fucking player, you probably don't want to play Phoggs. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was cute, and I would pay the money again just because I had such a good time with you.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I mean, right? Like I had a good time with you, not specifically with the game, right? Like the game facilitated a good time, but if I had to play it solo or like with a stranger, like if Phoggs had like matchmaking, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like the game does not hold on its own for me.
Why would you ever play a co-op game like with a stranger?
Well, no, but you wouldn't. But I'm just saying, right? Like to give an example, like the game on its own does not hold up for me as like a good enough game. But because you were there, because we got to play, it was a super fun time.
Yeah, I guess if you are willing to play a co-op game with a fucking stranger, go ahead and leave us a comment below. We'd love to know why the fuck you would do that.
We would love to find out about the scripted.
Yeah. This is probably not okay. I was gonna say this is more cryptid than Crystal, but it's not.
No,
Nothing's more cryptid than Crystal. Crystal is actually Mothman. Like
there's no way anything ever comes close to reading a book from the last chapter or last couple pages first to start there. I don't think many things in life beat that. Sorry, no. Crystal, but also not sorry.
Crystal is the ultimate Mothman.
Yeah.
Confirmed. In case you are not aware of that podcast, maybe we'll link it below, question mark. I'll have to talk to the editor. Wink walk.
Editor will not link it below. There will be a card in this corner. No, above Kelly's corner. That one?
One of these?
Yeah. There'll be a card up there.
There you go.
But yeah, no, like when you know which game was a lot of fun, surprisingly. That I've known about for a while, but that I never really got a chance to play because I'm a small baby streamer. Marbles on
stream. Yeah, that was a huge
people lost
hit.
Their goddamn mind. People got super excited.
90% was your commentary, dude. Just like your commentary was fucking clutch. It was like, oh, can they find the hole? Oh, this person's a pro hole finder. And like just that shit like sent me 100%.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I knew the game existed, right? It's pretty popular on Twitch, or it was like at least for a while. A lot of big streamers played it. Like usually in the trend of like, okay, chat, give me like 50 marbles or whatever wins, we do that, right? Like gift subs to chat, or I'll eat this disgusting thing, so etc. etc. But it's definitely more fun the more people there are, to a limit. Like I don't think the commentary would have been fun if like 100 people were playing. It's like at that point it doesn't matter. But when it's like 10, 20 people, and especially if you know everybody that's playing, like that they're from the community, then it can be a lot of fun.
For sure. Like it was a lot of fun. And also it's super low investment. You just have to put exclamation point play.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then the rest of it is just you do the thing. It's pretty low commitment.
Yeah. I would definitely I would like to do more of it. Ideally.
I think you should.
Maybe
you're gonna be a pro marbles on streamer here in the making.
Maybe
I feel it in my bones. Good.
I feels it.
I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah. One thing that didn't work out, which I was actually upset about at the time, fucking Phasmophobia.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Okay, so like if you were there for Nifty Subathon, which you should have been, and if you're not, shame on you. Nifty was trying to play, or Milan was trying to play fucking Phasmophobia
in VR,
and for some reason, it registered him like floating like completely in air.
Yeah, which was fine. Like I would have played like that if need be, or if that was the only issue. But the battery.
You couldn't hear, right?
No, I could. I fixed the audio issue. It took like a half an hour to fix the audio side, but I fixed it eventually. but the battery in the right controller died. And I quote, so I guess for reference, I borrowed the headset from Paul, which first of all, thank you, Paul. And I've played maybe 4 hours with it since I borrowed it a couple weeks ago. Paul said, "Do you have batteries?" I said, "Yes." Turns out the batteries I had were empty. And he said, "Okay, good. These should still have plenty of charge left, but just making sure." Thanks, Paul. They had no charge left. Because
I mean, I would disagree because 4 hours is a lot of playing time.
The controllers are supposed to last hundreds of hours. So no. He literally gave me like the last 1% of charge on his battery.
Well, never mind then. Fuck you, Paul.
Yesterday, while we were doing VR chat and like while setting up for the Devouring, right?
You had to change them out again, right?
Yeah, because the left controller battery died too. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad I ordered extra batteries, but oof.
It's one of those moments where you're like the little monkey puppet. You're like looking away and then looking into the camera, looking away and looking into the camera.
But yeah. So that was kind of a shame that Phasmophobia didn't work. I'll have to do a test stream sometime this week just to see if I can fix the floating issue. I think if I just sit down in my chair, it might do the trick. I just won't play standing. I'll just sit on a bed or something instead, and whatever falls on the ground, somebody else has to pick up. Like, fuck it, you know. I just won't crouch. Just whatever. But
I can't believe there's not a crouch button.
I mean, is there a crouch button IRL?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You press C and then your knees bend?
Yeah, so in that sense,
you don't have the crouch button IRL, bro? Come on.
Yeah, so... But, I mean, crouching isn't really that important in Phasmophobia, so it doesn't really matter too much.
It only matters for, like, the Ouija board and, like, putting stuff down.
Somebody else can do that, right?
Yeah.
It's more what I mean,
It means that you won't be able to use the fucking... the Ouija board, you wouldn't be able to use the book. Like, you wouldn't be able to put the book down.
I can just eat it on the ground. That's how I do it on PC version.
Really? Because usually when I try to eat it from a standing position, it flips and it goes. It does my bagel and lands.
Yeah,
face up.
I've never had it land face down. I just eat perfectly, I guess. I don't know.
What the fuck? Why does not real life imitate life? Like, why does everything I eat end up just fucking falling down face first?
I don't know. But yeah, so, you know, like, I'll just do that. But because in VR, like you saw it yesterday in VR chat, I get to hold two things. That also applies to Phasmophobia, so I can bring an extra item that somebody else can use after, you know, like I can bring like an extra book that I'll just hold until we're done, you know, with like whatever, and then like, here you go, put the book down type of situation.
Dude, that's actually pretty sweet.
It's pretty OP.
I can't believe that actually,
because
I can't believe that works in Phasmophobia, that you can just hold two items.
Yeah, like imagine if everybody's in VR, everybody just gets to bring an extra item. But
Match out that ghost real quick.
Yeah, but I don't know if you get to open or close doors while you're holding two items, but it's like whatever, just temporarily drop it if you're being chased, right? But yeah, that is hopefully by the time this episode airs, we would have done Phasmophobia. I'll have to check with people for at the time of recording next Saturday.
Chris will always be down for Fast. She loves Fast.
Yeah, but it's also because of the times I stream. Like, I'm pretty sure during my stream or right before, like, Chris also goes live for a workout. So it might not work out entirely, but we'll see. People are in general always down for Phas. I don't know how scared I'll be anymore.
Yeah, because you become like desensitized pretty fast. So
yeah, I'm very scared in my head about what could happen or what will happen. But
once it happens, you're like over it.
I get over it very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that sense, because we played the Devouring, and you could see that happen in real time. So for the people who don't know, I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. Devouring is what I thought was an escape room, like a puzzle escape room in VR chat. it is more quite literally an escape room where you have to avoid and hide from a ghost while you figure out, I don't want to really say puzzles, while you kind of go on this fetch quest around a huge mansion to like
It's a fetch quest.
to get items while without being detected or dying to escape. And initially I was very very scared. But like 2 hours in, the ghost that kept hunting us, that was very scary at the start, I just kind of got over it. Like I didn't care anymore.
Because he just like constantly kills you. It's like super like playing the game is almost not enjoyable.
Yeah, like
because he just constantly is always there, and it's just like, man, I would like to be able to do like one fucking thing before you fucking kill me again. So then just the fact that you're always dying, it's just not, you know, you just like get over it. I mean, I was not scared for the beginning just because I guess I just don't spook easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, straight up, I had a feeling that Milan would be scared, so I decided to come into the Devouring as Kermit the Frog.
Yes, that was great. People loved it.
People lost their damn minds because I was Kermit.
Like the Kermit and me being scared, like that combination was, I think, top tier content.
It was really good content.
Absolutely.
Everybody lost their goddamn mind. It was super funny. I would do things to like kind of troll Milan here and there. Like he'd be reading from like a journal page, and I'd like just slightly edge Kermit the Frog's like soulless eyes like off of the corner screen, just to be kind of dumb and funny. And then I would like, whenever you get towards like the bottom of the page, I'd start jumping to try to block your view so you couldn't read it.
Yeah, no, it was great. I lost it. It was fucking hilarious. It was amazing.
I was like eating, and then you're like, "Hey, make a Kermit voice." I'm like, "I'm eating, bitch."
Yeah. No, I looked at all the clips, and they were so good.
They're pretty good. I like the fucking when you were just like, "Yeah, if you hit Z, you crawl on the floor," and I was like, "Alexa, cue the snake eater."
Yes, it was really good shit. God.
Yeah.
We didn't finish it.
Nope.
It got really tedious. We were at the water section for people who have played the game. I looked at the rest of the playthrough because it's just a world in VR chat. There is no save state. If we go back into it, it just puts us at the beginning again. And the water section, we maybe did like 10% of it, if that. Like there's so much more water, and it was getting frustrating because every time you die in the game, through a ghost or a monster, it puts you at the spawn point, which is usually very far away. And then
it's so far.
Yeah, and then on the way back, the ghost can unfortunately spawn in your path again and just kill you again, and then you have to run. So it's just very frustrating, very annoying. And in my case, the headset was on very, very tight, so my face was hurting. When I took it off, you could see like the red marks, and my nose was like,
I was like the bridge of your nose. Yeah, how was the bridge?
It's still
there.
It's still very visible.
Dude, you're gonna have a fucking dent.
Yeah. So luckily, if I ever get my own VR headset, there is a very cheap solution. Well, cheap, relatively cheap. There's a company, I forgot their name, but I actually found them earlier today. They make prescription VR lenses that you like pop on the VR headset on the inside, so you can just play without glasses but still have your full prescription. And they're like $60.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, that's super cheap for a pair, right? So if I think
a pair.
Yeah, so I feel, I guess, hot tip, if you play a lot of VR, if you stream VR, right? If you wear your headset for a long time and you don't want to put in contacts or buy contacts, or you don't want to like risk getting your glasses scratched, etc., Google like VR lenses, VR prescription lenses, whatever. That is definitely worth it. Like I said, if I got my own headset, I would definitely invest in that for sure. But yeah, so it was very uncomfortable for me. Normally you're supposed to take breaks with the headset, like just take it off a little bit, like drink some water, but because I didn't need to. Yeah, because I streamed, like I didn't want to take it off every couple minutes or every half hour for a sip of water. I just felt around the room until I hit my water bottle, basically. I just had it for like 2.5 hours, and it was on very tight because again I didn't want it to like jiggle around on my head for stream's sake. But
Yeah.
but
I
yeah.
mean, another game that we could play together that would be pretty good stream content is if we did the bomb game, right? And you
Yes.
did it in VR. If you did it in
Yes.
VR and I was the person that helped you.
I don't know how good it would be in VR. So unfortunately, and this isn't Paul's fault. It's actually a pretty common problem. This is the first OG Oculus, and a lot of people that still have it to this day, one of their sensors will just die. So I'm playing with one sensor instead of two. So the tracking is a little bit limited, like what you saw, because I couldn't open the bottom shelves in the Devouring because I just couldn't track that low. And also I have to put the sensor like right here in front of my desk. And I'm sitting right there on that bed. So it's also a little bit too close. The tracking isn't as accurate. So I think it might have some issues there. Like
Well, we could also. I think you can play that game without VR. So
oh yeah,
either way, it's a pretty good
absolutely.
time.
Yeah, we definitely do need to play that game one day for sure. But yeah, the Devouring was fun for the first 2.5 hours. It was great fun, and then it just got tedious, I would say.
It got it jumped the shark basically. It just
Yeah,
like reached a point where it was just like not really enjoyable anymore.
yeah,
So we were just kind of like, I don't know, Kermit can't make this funny anymore. So
yeah.
we just got to dip.
And especially also for me, I don't know what the viewer experience was like on Twitch. People said they didn't really mind too much, but the
But the
lag,
stuttering, right?
the stuttering was
Yeah.
really bad for me. Like, especially during the water section, because you're jumping around and stuff. I was just kind of teleporting in place. I was just doing like this, and it's very jarring to have that happen in first person.
Oh, for sure. I can imagine that.
So that was also like I didn't try turning off the preview window in OBS because I've never had to do that, right? Because like I tested VR chat before stream and it worked fine, no lag. But I didn't test the Devouring world, which I guess is just a lot more assets. Maybe that would have fixed it, but I already had my headset on. I don't want to take it off anymore, man. It's so annoying.
Well, maybe. Yeah, well, hopefully with the wages that you garnered from your subathon, perhaps a nice PC upgrade is in your future.
Unfortunately not. Purely because
Well, now I'm waggling my eyebrows for nothing. Fuck
well, I considered it. However, that would empty all of those wages, and that is not the correct and responsible adult thing to do, right?
True.
But it is definitely something that I would want to start saving up for, and stuff like that. Absolutely. But if anything, my mind is more going like, well, how, depending on how future VR streams go, maybe I just buy my own headset.
Yeah, maybe get the Valve one.
No, that one's like 1,400.
Oh,
Maybe don't get the Valve one. Maybe just get like the Quest 2 for 300.
wow, I didn't know that was that expensive. Like, because Sammy and Chad have the Valve one.
Yeah, no, I think it's off the top of my head, it's like 1,200 euros. So, if anybody, if a glucose garden is listening and wants to hit me up with an index, slide into my DMs. But it is not something
Right.
that would be for the same reason, right? I can't just spend all my funds on a headset like that and justify
For
it.
sure. I had no idea it was that expensive, to be fair. I don't know anything about VR headsets because like I don't have like a burning desire to get one. Like I don't know, it's just not something that's like entirely interesting for me, I guess. And also I've played it at my cousin's house. I was like, okay, this is fun, but like I don't want to fucking have this all the time. Like this would annoy me.
Yeah, so the reason why I think the Quest 2 is a good addition, it's cheap, right? But it's also wireless. So depending on what you play, you don't even need a computer for it. So it's just very easy to just put on the headset and grab the controllers and do whatever you want to do, right? Type of situation, rather than how it is right now. And I'll have to switch it. I'll have to mess around with some cables, maybe like get a display port cable. I only have one HDMI input in my computer. So I have to change my main monitor from, I have to plug it into an HDMI to display port. But I think because of the converter, the resolution goes down on my main monitor, and then it's just very shitty resolution. So every time I want to do VR, I have to move the sensor around. I have to get this chair out of the way. I have to switch some cables around. So it's very annoying. It's not a case of like, oh, let me just put the headset on and I'm good to go type situation.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. Financially, and how people like, maybe people only really love VR right now because it's new, right? It was kind of the first time that I did it, obviously. Maybe that's why people are hyped about it, but maybe it'll be like a thing that people keep enjoying, and then I think it's definitely worth considering to get a headset, because I cannot just borrow Paul's headset forever. You know?
I think honestly the biggest selling point was the fact that like you freak the fuck out.
Maybe so, but in general, I think we'll take a look, or I'll take a look in VR chat if there are interesting worlds that people can just in general join in on. Like, I know there are a lot of like party games in VR. Like, there's, for example, Among Us in VR chat, where you play Among Us.
There's also like a Jurassic Park world.
Yeah, I mean, there's basically everything and anything, right? Like pretty much any game you can think of, it exists. Like escape rooms, puzzle rooms, riddle rooms, like kind of everything. And because VR chat is free, like it might be a good way for people to just join in and hop in and like enjoy just interacting with us, with me, with the community, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you do another escape room or whatever, I would be down.
Oh yeah, like an escape room would definitely be a planned thing, where it would
I'd be down.
be like
I
2 to 4
gotta be
of us.
Kermit though.
I mean, you get to be wherever you want.
I'm not changing from Kermit. Kermit is now a staple, dude. There's no reason to change from Kermit. Kermit was peak.
Yeah.
Thank you for finding that avatar for me by going world to world to try to find it, because I really wanted Kermit, and
Bro,
now I got him.
Finding Kermit took me like 2 minutes. Finding
Really?
an avatar for me that was like basic and not like cute anime girl, overly horny or furry took me like 3 hours, dude. That was the rough shit. Because
Yeah,
especially in VR, like you noticed it too. I would just make random facial expressions because the sensor couldn't really pick up very well what my fingers were doing, and expressions in VR chat
Yep.
are tied to what your hands are doing. So
yeah, all of a sudden, like your tongue would be out, and you'd be like, you be talking, but your tongue would be out, so you'd be like, let's go here.
Yeah, so it was very important to me that I had an avatar that didn't have like a lewd emote, because it would just be weird if I'm talking to you and I'm just making a fucking lewd ass face, you know, or just crying or whatever,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, whenever you did two fingers,
Yeah.
your character would be like,
yeah. And I never did 2 fingers on the controller, like IRL. I never did 2 fingers. It just happened whenever I looked at chat, because I did this, right? Like I moved my hand like this to look at chat.
yes, and then, so every single time you'd be
every
like,
single time. Yeah, so
reading chat, and I'm like, what the fuck?
for anyone that wants to go through the VOD, every time you see me do this, I'm looking at chat.
Yeah, the 2 fingers, dude.
Yeah. So
Sometimes you got to look at chat with 2 fingers. You know what I mean?
So yeah, but it was a lot of fun. I think honestly, VR chat is pretty fun. Just period. When things go well,
it is when you're Kermit. Not gonna lie.
It can be a lot of fun. Just because also just to see your mouth open and close, right?
Yeah, every time I would talk, my little Kermit mouth would be like, bah, 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 bah.
Yeah. That was great.
So
I loved it. That's also why I didn't want to do Discord, because then that wouldn't happen, you know.
Oh, that makes sense. Because I was just like, should we just get on Discord? You're like, no. It's gotta be VR chat. I'm like, oh, okay, well, whatever. I had no idea, but either way, it's
Yes.
super fucking funny. And the backflips and the dancing.
Yeah, that was super cursed, honestly.
The clapping. Remember the clap where my hands would just phase through each other? Oh yeah.
Yes.
The cursed. So good.
Speaking
Love
about good shit, you've been playing some Red Dead lately.
Yes. So I love Red Dead Redemption.
Wait, hold on. Before we go into that,
Mm.
for people who do have VR and play VR chat, all that, if you know any cool world ideas or
Oh yeah. Post it below.
post them below, or any game ideas, like, hey, I don't know if this exists in VR chat, but this might be really cool to play. Just throw down suggestions down below. Please and thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Red Dead.
Yeah, I had a great time playing VR chat. So yeah, post that shit below. Another thing, yeah. So I really love Red Dead Redemption. The first one when you're John Marston. I loved Red Dead Redemption. I had over 100 hours in Red Dead Redemption for PlayStation. Whatever, 2? Some PS2?
PS3.
No. 3. But I played on Xbox. That's right. Xbox 360. Yeah, I had over like 100 something hours for Red Dead Redemption because I fucking loved it. So when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, I didn't get it first off because my computer at the time was unable to run it on PC because it was like an old kind of dyno computer. I wasn't going to handle it. So then when I got my new computer, I just kind of like forgot about it. I saw that it was on sale on Steam and I was like, man, I should get this, but I don't know, money's kind of tight right now. And then someone very kindly from the community gifted me the game and was like, hey, you talked about this. You said you wanted to play it. Like, here's the game. So you can play it. And I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to play it on stream. And it has been fucking great for growth, dude. People love Red Dead and they come into chat and they interact and they love Red Dead. And like, most of the people are really good about not spoiling me or anything like that. You know, you get the fucking asshole trolls that come in that are just like, here's the ending kind of thing. And if you're one of those people, fuck you, die. But yeah, I'm having a great time with Red Dead Redemption. I just got through the 3rd chapter. I'm now in Saint Denis, which is
I've never played. I've never played the second one.
It's good.
I mean, yeah, but now my PC can't run it.
Yeah, your PC probably can't run it, but mine's able to run it like on pretty like not max settings because I also have like OBS. I probably could do max settings, but then my computer would get really hot, and I'm trying to like mitigate heat in my tiny room that cooks myself.
Yeah,
so,
no, that makes sense.
Yeah, it gets real hot. I might have to like upgrade my fans or something in the future. But anyways, so
liquid cooling.
It's liquid cooled.
No, like full liquid cooling, like custom built liquid cooling. Like a thermal block. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Are you going to help me with that? Is someone going to teach me the ways of that? Mr. Papa Fresh, are you listening to the podcast right now? Can you come through? Can you help me out?
You'll have to like manually bend the tubes yourself and stuff like that. So I don't think you can get really much help.
Mr. Papa Fresh could help me.
Oh, right. No, he genuinely could. Yeah. Because he actually lives close as opposed to me.
He lives close to me.
Yeah. I don't. So like, I'm not helping.
He lives close. I could probably drive over to Mr. Papa Fresh, bribe him with food and my undying affection, and maybe he'd help me out. Yeah. And I'd give him some money too, dude. Hell yeah, he's helping me out.
It's also a lot of fun to do that kind of shit, though.
Wired. So it's been a lot of fun. I fucking love it. The gameplay is awesome. My one regret is that I do have to play it on controller right now because my carpal tunnel in my left hand is really fucking bad. And hitting shift to like run and like do shit over an extended period of time really makes it so that my hands go numb now. So I've been playing it on controller, which, you know, doesn't make me feel good because with controller is a little bit of aim assist. There's, you know, aim assist and stuff. And I don't like that because I feel like it's kind of a little bit of crutch, but I can't really do anything about it at the moment. So
it is what it is. It's fine.
Yeah. It makes me feel like a fake gamer, but I love the game. It's a lot of fun. I'm sexually attracted to Arthur Morgan. He's fucking daddy, dude. Just love him, dude. I don't know. It's great. I literally there's like just talking about the game. Like it's so good that I'm like a little bit tongue tied just thinking about it. Like it's just so fucking good, dude.
Damn,
like
bro.
It's really fucking good. So if you like Red Dead, just pick it up, dude. If you love westerns, just get that shit. It's so fucking good. There's literally nothing terrible about it. It's fucking awesome. I've loved every single second that I've played of it.
That's good shit.
and it's really awesome too because content wise, like it's a lot of fun. I don't really have high honor or low honor. I just kind of do whatever the fuck I want, which doesn't make sense because people come in, they're like, "Hey, are you doing a high honor or low honor playthrough?" I'm like, "I'm just doing whatever the fuck I want. If I feel slighted by a man, I'll just kill him." Like,
yeah.
My horse
it's very
is,
on brand.
It is. I just do whatever the fuck I want. It's incredibly chaotic. My horse is also extremely chaotic. It's killed like 3 things in a person. I named my horse $15 because he cost $15.
Damn.
And he has a unsatiable bloodlust and has been on a murder spree since then. He kills turkeys, he kills rabbits, he kills squirrels, he's killed a man. $15 does not have any chill.
God.
But yeah, I'm super loving it. Just got to the first main, like, really big town, Saint Denis. So I'm having like a good time with like customization options. Like, got a new outfit, so now I'm like flossing the drip, baby.
Gotta get that drip, yeah.
And then I went and I got my hair done, but it was kind of whack because I went and I got my hair done, and then I bought some outfits, and then it reset my hair.
Oh.
So now I have to go back and redo my hair again, which is fine because I have like hella money, and even if I don't have a lot of money, I'll just kill somebody and take it.
Yeah, it's just a weird oversight, I guess, that it works that way.
Oh yeah, it was weird. It totally reset because remember I had the chops, but then I shaved it so that like it was just like a really tight beard
but
with like with the fade.
It's just weird that, you know, they put in the effort to like make the horse balls shrink in the snow, but the customization is like, oh well, the hair resets. Like, huh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Priorities, I guess.
Yeah, they really hemorrhaged money on that HD shit plopping out of your horse's asshole, but forget about your hair, girl. But yeah, it's totally fucking awesome. I love the game. It's super good. Honestly, there should be an entire Red Dead series, just another game purely devoted to Charles, who is my favorite NPC. He is African American, black, depending on which term that you identify with, and he is indigenous. So also depending on what you identify as, indigenous, Native American, or First Nation. So he is mixed. We stand a mixed person. I'm mixed, so I don't know. I love Charles. He's fucking great.
I'm mixed too. Just white with white, bro.
50 Shades of Eggshell, baby.
White with a different kind of white.
Damn, baby, that's eggshell. But yeah, he's my favorite character. You pretty much anytime you go on a mission with Charles or Lenny, it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be a fucking fire emoji mission. It's gonna be a good fucking time. Anytime Uncle asks you for something, it's gonna be fucking terrible. Fuck Uncle, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've consciously like not been watching too much because I know I want to play the game one day. So like, if I tune in and I see like you're doing a mission, like I'm out. Like I'll mute and I'll tab back in later. But if you're just like dicking around, then I'll stay because it looks like a lot of fun. But I'm mostly
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I think the latest thing that I did is that I went and killed Flacco, who is like he's one of the gunslingers that you have to interview for Calloway's book, or that one guy writing a book on like Jim Calloway or something like that. So then I went and I attacked him, but the first time I went in, I tried to just go through the front door, and then you get killed by his group. And then if you try to go through the back door, surprise, there's no back door and you can't sneak in, so then you get killed by his group. And so the last time I went to go do it, I literally just threw a fucking Molotov cocktail on top of everybody, and I was just like, "You've forced my hand," and then I just started murdering.
You've done this to yourself.
Literally, it's like, well, I tried to do this the peaceful way, but you've chosen the gun emoji.
Yeah, you chose violence.
Yeah, exactly. And that was pretty much it. So yeah, check it out. I've basically been exclusively streaming Red Dead Redemption. It's been super great for growth. I've gotten a lot of new follows, a lot of more active people in chat, just that are big fans of the game. And then yeah, occasionally get like those fucking assholes that are coming in to spoiler it.
Right, that's what always happens during any story game, right? I'm not sure. So what's your opinion on people who, I mean, obviously the people who like just come in and spoil the ending, they're assholes. Fuck them, right?
Oh yeah, perish.
How do you feel about people who accidentally spoil something, where they come in and be like,
oh,
hey,
have you done this part yet?
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's an accident. I try not to hold it against them.
Yeah,
Is it great? No.
It's an accident, but it happens so frequently. It's like, literally take a second and realize that if the person hasn't done that yet, you're spoiling it. Like, maybe,
Yes.
you know, like maybe ask a different question. What's the last thing you've done? Like, maybe start there.
What chapter are you on?
Yeah, you know, or if you're really unsure, like maybe DM a mod. Like, hey, is this question okay? I don't know if that's spoilers, anything like that. Because I've had that happen during some like story games. Literally after like a spoiler command was posted in chat, etc., and then someone was like, "Oh, have you done X yet?" I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but now I do. Cool.
That literally happened when you were playing Bloodborne and by my own flesh and blood.
Yeah.
My own flesh and blood, so I was incredibly salty about it.
Yeah, it also happened with Nier Automata as well.
Oh, who spoiled that?
That's for me to keep.
All right. Meanwhile, I just doxed it. I just like this person.
I mean, that's a little bit different when they're your own flesh and blood. You can kind of drag them. That's fine.
Betrayal.
But so, you know, like it's not something that I could get mad at. Like I would have never banned them for it or anything like that, right? But it does feel
it's
bad.
Just like, come on, man.
Because like,
come on.
I get it. It comes from a place of excitement, right? Like they're excited to talk about the game and they want to know like probably what you think of that part because that might be their favorite part. But it's like, come on, man. Like start with a different question. Like start baseline. You know, like don't just ask about the thing directly.
Think motherfucking ahead, Toshi.
Basically.
That's the TLDR.
Yeah.
Just think about it.
Yeah, just
pick and choose your words, bro.
Take a beat, and if you're unsure where the person is or where the streamer is, just
DM a mod.
Or like I said, just ask like, what's the last thing you did in the game, or where are you in the game, or you know, what's the last boss you fought, or you know, it depends on the game, but there are a lot better questions to start with other than have you done or what did you think of X, like you know, or also, and I guess this is kind of a lesser thing, don't say shit like, oh, I love the next part coming up, or the next part is so hype, or you're gonna get so excited about the next part, or because now I know what to expect. Like now I know I'm supposed to be hype. You know what I mean?
See, that doesn't really bother me. Like
it doesn't bother me as much. It doesn't like that's like a very much lesser thing that like that doesn't even upset me. But it's like if you know it's gonna be hype and it's gonna happen in like 2 minutes. Just keep that shit in so we can all be hyped together rather than you letting me know and I'm gonna be hype and then I know I'm gonna be hype so something hype is gonna happen, you know, or something sad or whatever.
Yeah, I mean at the same time it's just like I've had somebody come into chat and be like, hey, you know, like I'm just asking like which town you're in, and then I'm like, oh, I'm in this one. They're like, oh man, that's my favorite part of the game, like enjoy it.
Oh yeah, no, that's super fine. Right, but like usually they're talking about like a cutscene or like specific level, like oh the next part that's coming up, you're gonna cry. I'm like, cool. Now I know I need to expect something sad, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever run into that. I've just run into the assholes who just straight up just tell me like, here's the ending of the game.
No, that's way worse.
Yeah, call out on those people. That's like real fucking fruit fly energy, dude. You're like coming in to troll, but then you're not actually dedicating yourself to like the art. So yeah, you're just kind of a fruit fly. You're like very small and pathetic and flying around, and you're not really worth a fly swatter. So people just smack you away.
Yeah, and it's also most people don't inherently care about spoilers. Like I do very much so, but let's be real. If I really wanted to not be spoiled, I would not stream the game. I would play it in my own time, right? Like if it, because there's always that, like no matter how many precautions you take on stream, doesn't matter. Like somebody can always spoil it.
No one reads the tags, unfortunately. But I agree. Like if you don't want your experience to be spoiled at all, you probably shouldn't be playing it on stream. So it's like me going into it. I know that there was probably an opportunity for someone to come in and spoil the game, but I probably like that also wouldn't like ruin my experience. Like I'm just like, oh man, well that sucks. But also like, whatever, I still like it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm still gonna play it, so whatever.
Absolutely, right? But in that sense, that's always an inherent risk of streaming. Like, even if you put like emote mode only on, somebody can still follow with like a shitty name or donate, and etc. Like, there's ways to bypass everything because Twitch is a pretty shitty system.
Yep. Do better.
But yeah, but if spoilers are that important to you for a certain game, don't stream it.
Don't stream it.
Or really take super precautions, like, hey, sorry to do this, but I'm not going to be reading chat, or like the activities / events that are happening, right?
Yeah, like straight up, like I'll stream Red Dead because at the end of the day, I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna beat it, it's kind of whatever. But I will say I probably won't stream Elden Ring.
I will, but
I won't.
The thing is, because I'll probably stream it at launch, like midnight launch.
Yeah, so you'll probably end up being ahead of everybody else. I won't, because I can't dedicate that kind of time to it. So
yeah, but you know,
I'm not going to stream Elden Ring.
Yeah.
For that reason, because I don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah, I absolutely get that.
I'm gonna take that precaution, baby. Just like if there was ever a Bloodborne 2, I would not fucking stream it. I would just play it on my own time.
No,
because
exactly,
I would be really pissed if somebody fucking spoiled that game for me.
Yeah, no, for Elden Ring, at least the first stream, I'll be part of the pack. You know, like, I don't think anybody's gonna go out of their way to like play for 6 hours, then stop, and then go to Twitch stream so they can spoil it. You know what I mean? Like that's too advanced of trolling.
No, they would probably, like, if they're that diehard, they're probably gonna play it until finish anyways.
Yeah, so that's what I mean, right? Like, the people who spoil, they like to spoil story stuff by watching other streamers, YouTube, you know, Reddits, etc., and to find the biggest spoiler and then go around. But also, my stream isn't, I don't think, would not be big enough. Like, Elden Ring is not gonna see any growth. I'm gonna be at the bottom of the fucking list because everybody's gonna be playing it, right? So it's just gonna be, I think, more of a cozy moment with the community where we all enjoy Elden Ring as we get fucked by Miyazaki yet again.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm not gonna stream it.
No, of course. Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be behind. I'm gonna be behind everybody because I'm slow. I have a shitty work schedule that makes it so I can't actually enjoy my free time or love myself. But so I probably
so that's what I mean. Like, for the first stream, I'll be part of the pack, and then depends on how long I'll be streaming for, and then after that, it's gonna be like, well, now I'm behind because I don't stream every day. And
speedrun any % Elden Ring. Let's go.
I mean, I expect the game to be like 20 hours. So I could do it. I've done 25. Fuck it, right?
That's true. You have done 25, but it's also like not taking any breaks. 20 hours, not making too many mistakes, kind of thing.
I could do it. I won't though, because that's not fun. Like, I don't expect to get spoiled. TBH, this is not a challenge. Also, to throw this out there for anyone that's finding this like a week before Elden Ring comes out. This is not, I'm not issuing a personal challenge, but yeah.
We're not challenging you to a duel. No one has slapped you with the gauntlet. Yeah. Please chill, Daddy, chill.
But yeah, I think because we're going on a lot of tangents. I think it's also been an hour. I think this is a good stopping point for us for this week.
Yeah, we pretty much covered a lot of good shit, I'd say.
Yeah. So, for the people who still stuck with us, thank you. Give us a like, follow. Give us, if you missed it earlier, some VR chat world / game recommendations that are fun to play or hang out in.
Also, let us know if you're one of those people that is willing to play a co-op game with a total stranger online, and if so, I will play with you. It's okay. You don't have to talk to a stranger.
Yeah. I'm Milan, one of your hosts, signing off for this week. Joined by my lovely co-host, as always.
Kelly, good night, bitch.
See y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.